Let's get it started, ha. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started, ha. Let's get it started in here. Okay, so last stream was kind of an episode. I privated it because I don't want anybody to see anything that I ever said ever again. Um, I'm really tired. I don't know why I keep doing this thing where I'm like, I'm gonna go out. And then I go out, and I don't even really do anything intense. I just kind of walk around because, I love to walk. I love to explore. I haven't done exploring in a hot minute, but that's also kind of because I don't really want to get shot. Not that I think I would get shot. If anything, fewer people interact with me here than they did back when I went to school here. Because before, people would always be walking up to me and being like, hello, and I'd be like, holy shit, and then I would run away in fear and terror. Now, nobody talks to me. Nobody has talked to me. It's wonderful. But I don't know where all my stamina went. I go outside, because I'm having an episode. I need to go outside. And actually, the first thing I was going to do was I was going to lay on the sunroof, because my apartment complex has a rooftop deck. So I went up there, scratch his chin. I went up there, but recently, because of the pandemic, they sent out an email that was like, hey, just so you know, in common spaces you have to wear a mask, and I was like, cool. And I didn't quite grasp that could have also meant, by the way, we're taking all the furniture off the rooftop deck. So they did that. The door was probably also locked. I didn't try it. I just kind of saw, and I was like, well, I mean, I'm not just gonna stand out there. I was actually super mad because I had put on sunscreen for that. Because what I really wanted to do was just lay in the sun. Could not do that. Could not, in fact, lay in the sun. And I didn't want to lay on the hot wood floor. And I couldn't exactly do that anywhere else in the city. I thought about well, I could just go find a bench somewhere and what? And do what? Get mugged? Not something I'm very interested in doing. And so I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go for a walk. And I went on a walk, and it was great. I went to Rite Aid, and I bought a water bottle, and I drank the water, and I was kind of upset. It's actually still here right next to me because they must have just put it in because it was warm, and I was baking. It was so hot today. Oh my god. And I did this last Tuesday, actually. That's why we didn't have a stream. It was because I was like, I'm gonna go for a walk, and then I went for a walk, and I just felt like death afterwards. And I don't know what's going on, because when I was in school, I would have classes, then I would go out, and then I would come back and meet up with some friends. We'd all hang out. It was great. It was amazing. We did so much stuff. I was doing so much stuff. Then I'd get home and I would still have, I wouldn't do any work, but I would still have energy to do things. So I couldn't really explain what happened. Probably work, in all honesty, because work took me out. Because it was just 5 hours, and my job was easy. It was literally just stand at self checkout and use my phone, and I didn't even have to stand. I literally would steal a chair from the furniture department and use that chair. And it was great, but I don't know why it was well, I know it was exhausting. It's because retail is hell. Don't work retail, kids, ever. If you don't have the stamina to deal with people now, you won't be able to do it when they're screaming at you that their coupon doesn't work. Do data entry. That's my recommendation. Oh, right. Completely lost my train of thought. So I'm willing to bet that's the reason why I don't have any stamina, and I have to work back up to it. Because also, that was school was that was 4 consistent years of going out, meeting friends, doing things, and that was on top of I already had several years of schooling under my belt. And then I graduated, and then I worked a job, and that was literally just go to work, go home. And I didn't live in an area where I had friends or there was a ton of stuff to do. So I didn't really, I just kind of went to work and then went to bed, and everything suffered because of it. The more I think about it, the more thankful I am that I got out of that house. Poggers to me. Anyway, that's enough rambling. This is going to be a chill writing stream where you guys get to watch me write stuff. So the current project that I'm like upset, well, there's like a couple, but like I love doing like retellings of media. Like, have you guys seen like someone will do like a Nuzlocke comic where they'll do a Nuzlocke of like Pokemon, and they'll basically retell the story of Pokemon, but like some of them will like make changes. Like I've seen ones where it's like they're Jijinkas, or like maybe it's a different era or something like that, or like it's fantasy. I love stuff like that, especially when you like apply it to other properties. Because with Pokemon, it's like kind of easy. But I want to try rewriting Mega Man 1. So you guys get to watch me write Mega Man 1. I don't really have a ton of plans. I just know that like Cut Man is going to be trans. Bomb Man is also going to be trans. Like they're going to be like non-binary, whereas like Cut Man is going to be like a trans man. And then there's going to be Guts Man, who's just hot. And like the idea I had, the story is like they're robots, but Mega Man and Roll are humans. Like Dr. Light built robots and like everything happened and all that. And then he had like a kid, just a normal kid. But then like Dr. Wily does his thing, and Mega Man loses his arm. And so Dr. Light is like, I'll replace your arm with a robot arm. And Mega Man's like, can you make me like a super strong fighting robot? And he's like, I don't want to, but like we're running out of time in Heroes, so sure. And then Roll is like, Mega, I'm your sister. I was about to say I love you, and then I realized like, oh, that's right, they're siblings. It's so easy to forget because a lot of the Mega Man media I consume, which is mostly like the internet variants. Like I'm a really big Battle Network and Star Force fan. They're not siblings at all. And so, like, of course, then they get shipped together. But in this, no, they're siblings. And I want to make sure that Roll gets, like, she doesn't have to have as much screen time. I was actually thinking, like, if this gets far enough that I start writing the sequel, it's like we'll do Mega Man 1 and 2 normally. And then Roll can do, like, 3 and 4. And it'll be, like, her story. I don't know. We'll see. Because, like, the thing is, like, I want it to be a bit more... The emotionally a stronger story. But once you get past, like, 2, then it's like, okay, we're just going through the motions. You can't have the same sort of emotional highs and lows with the same cast of characters. And like even 2 would just be complicated because like I want it to be like in Mega Man Powered Up, where like you can recruit and then play as the robot masters that you defeat if you don't defeat them with their weakness. I thought that was a really cool mechanic, and I think being able to keep those characters around will both keep it from getting too grimdark, because I'm not really a grimdark type of person. I don't really like to write stories like that. And also it'll just be more fun to have like this whole cast and like all these interactions going. It'll be fun. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be great because I'm literally just rewriting Mega Man 1, and it'll be fun. It'll be fun and a good time. So we're actually going to start with chapter 1. The question is, where do I want to start? Because we do have options. We have choices and we have options. Hold on, let me... Ooh, another story I'm working on. I just want to... Can I just copy this formatting? Format. Align and indent. No. Oh wait, page set top. I saw this on TikTok and I became addicted. Page setup. A5 paper. Let's make it tan, cause that's fun. 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. Okay. This is in time 0, so we'll set that to 24. 24. And there was something in like where I think it was Something about the spacing. Something about the spacing. Well, I don't know what it was, so I guess we'll just start writing. Let's just start writing. Set this to 12. Is it 12? 12. Because you're 12, right? Yes. And I know this is in Times New Roman and this is in Spectral. It's because like Times New Roman looks so generic, and I wanted to find like a fancier, more futuristic font because this story's a little more fantasy. So it's like, oh, you know, that works. It's kind of got like the script thing, but I didn't want to do this in like a sans serif font because that can get kind of hard to read, which is fine, which is okay. Ooh. Sorry about that. My friend sent me something. It's the HoloN plushies. They're great. Go buy them. Hashtag sponsored. I wish this was fucking sponsored. Hashtag ad. Hashtag ad. It's not an ad, I promise. Mega Man. Mega Man does whatever a Mega can. Can he shoot from his buster? Yes, he can. He's Mega Man. Look out. Because he is Mega Man. See, I'm like trying to fight my urge to like exposit. Because I'm very much, and like I get this critique a lot when I'm writing where it's like I spend a lot of time like explaining the setup. And and part of me just thinks like, you know, that's okay. Like, ooh, ow, kidneys hurt. Like part of me is like, you know, exposition is good. I like it. And some part of me is like, well, you do need that context before you go in. Because it's like, I'm trying to marry like starting somewhere innocuously and then doing in media res. Although it's not really in media res, it's just like starting with like an action scene. But then I run into a problem where it's like an innocuous beginning struggles to lead into that action scene, because I feel like, oh well, while I'm here I might as well give everybody the information that they need right now, and then it becomes like a lot, and then it just kind of like a lot of people will like with one story I wrote recently where it's like I was trying to sort of give the vibe of like, oh, our protagonist is bored, he wants to go on adventures and like live this exhilarating life, but he can't because of his job. And like, you know, it's just a lot of standing around. It's nothing really super duper amazing or incredible, but like it gives us an opportunity to explore the world and interact with characters. But at the same time, like there was a lot of interactions that I was guarding because I was like, I don't want them to like go too far into it until we get later into the story. And then at the same time, there was also like a lot of information that I didn't want to just like hand out right there and then. Which, you know, I still had plenty of information to hand out, but then it just became like a lot of expositing and honestly a lot of scenes that really didn't need to happen at all. And just a lot of weak writing in general. And then like, you know, it was just boring. Like, which, you know, that was definitely the feel, was like, oh, it's boring. So that way, like when we get something actiony, it's like, oh, but the problem is like, you know, it's boring. You don't necessarily need, like if something's boring, it doesn't matter if it's supposed to. Well, okay. I feel like there's room for an argument where it's like, well, it's still boring, but like that's the point. But it's still boring. You know, you can go back and forth on that for like forever. Really, what are you? But then you just kind of have to accept like, okay, do I want it to be boring and be willing to like have a reader lose interest, for the sake of maintaining that feeling, or do I want to just like, you know, cut my losses and change how the story is structured to create a better interest curve, you know? It's ultimately like, what are you thinking about in terms of like end user experience? And so with this story, I'm like, oh, oop, beep, boop. And so with this story, I'm kind of thinking like, okay, so my heart wants to leap right into like heading towards the Cutman confrontation, and then we can work backwards. But part of me feels like we're leaving a little too much information out of there, especially because like I kind of want to explain like how these robots have the facilities to create things like scissors or like bombs out of seemingly thin air. And it's because of this is kind of stealing from Mighty Number 9, but like Mighty Number 9 had good ideas where it's like they had Zells, and Zells were how robots like made stuff. And Mighty Number 9 could take the Zells, and the idea was like the idea in concept was like when he took the Zells of like an enemy or another one of the Mighty Numbers, he could use their Zells to like gain their abilities and stuff. And in practice, it really didn't do anything like that. It just kind of gave you like power ups and things, which is still like, you know, it's an okay. It's certainly it functions for what it's supposed to do. But at the end of the day, you just kind of end up like, oh well. It kind of flops in execution. But the idea lore wise is there, and I think that like that's a very good idea of like, oh well, you have like the individual robot masters are programmed to like their construct ability is to be able to make these specific things in this specific way, and they're really, really good at it. But they're limited to like Cutman can really only make varying types of blades, and extrapolating on that would be very difficult for him. Same goes for Bomb Man, where like Bomb Man, they can make explosives, and there's a lot of wiggle room in those explosives. Like I want Bomb Man to be like an explosive manufacturer, like not explosive, fireworks. I want Bomb Man to do fireworks, and like the whole story is going to be like, oh, their name was like Hanabi, because like they're all going to have like regular names, but then like their classification, they're like cutters, bomber. But like, you know, they had names, and Hanabi is gonna be like, don't call me Hanabi. It's gonna be cute, trust me. It's gonna be like a whole episode. Although maybe Bombers isn't like a fun name. Well, I guess like they're supposed to be kind of punk, and so they'd be like, yeah, Bombers. And then, you know, they commit domestic terrorism. Love them. Love Bombers. I don't know. We'll see. It's a story that has not written itself yet. But so, yeah, I'm torn between, like, construct. Like, do I want to explain that? Do I want to start with, like, explaining the world? Or, I guess we can do it like Mega Man X style, where we immediately jump into, like, something interesting going on. But it's not necessarily, like, the first big confrontation against a boss. I like that. Yeah, okay, let's start that. So we'll have it be, like, some kind of... Like, it'll be Cutman. And it'll be, like, a public space he's attacking. And then Mega Man rushes in to save people, and it's like, ooh, defeat the robots, whoa! Oosh, kash, kapow, bada bing, boom, boom. Excuse me. I just need to think of like a first line. It'll maybe be like a mall. We'll have like a Luck and Logic moment. Can I like move myself down? You can't even see what the now playing is. Shrink. And then move down. And then grow macro UV. That's still not perfect, but like we can I mean, I guess most VTuber I guess with most VTubers it's literally like, wow, my face. And like I have a whole outfit. I'm gonna show that off. Can we pretend that airplanes and night sky like shooting stars? These of us right now. Boop bop beep bop. Doom bum 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 bum. That one TikTok is so funny where it's like questions I get asked in a foreign country. IDK what that means, and it's like Russian, and all the comments are just like, I that's not even a word. It's so good. It's so good to me. I love it. Okay, let's write the Mega Man story. We need a town name. Let's find a town name. Oh, I don't like that. Bad credit to Fantasy Name Generator. City name, city and town name. Future. Is there a future one? Steampunk city names, utopian city names. I think that's what we're looking for. Redemcia, Ventios, Desir, Sensibil, somewhere. I kind of like that. Can we call it Somewhere? That feels Mega Man core. You know what? Fuck it. We'll call it Somewhere. Somewhere. Japan. A futuristic metropolis. A vast cityscape. And a beacon of technological advancement. The edge of the modern world. On the streets below, because we need to have like the camera panning. Is that how you spell beleaguered? I guess it's gonna tell me. Let me know if you guys can see, by the way. This was like as much as it would let me zoom in. I'm like sure I could do some adjusting, but I feel like this is fine. Like I can read it and I'm looking at it like much smaller than other people would be. But like if it's at any point eye strained for you guys, just say so. Why don't you say so? Yoru asamade ho 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 wa nai watashi ga hoshii iwanai yo. Senzen kisukasu ho 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 wa nai watashi ga hoshii iwanai yo. Let me check my breath, right quick. Here you're eating a bit like this. And then we know like this. Probably why I got in front of an set like this. Like it, love it, need it, bad. What's that? What's that? Please, grandma, and if you say, I used to know these words so good. I don't know what happened. I don't know what occurred. Occur. I can't do it. Anything that requires like deft tongue movement, I don't got it. Wangong. She must be from Dirty Dogs. Beep bop beep bop. What other kinds of robots could we have? I want it to be like robots are fulfilling their purposes, but even robots that are not specifically built for their purposes, they're still living lives and being like people who exist. And that's what like, because like the construction robot is like visibly a construction robot. Like he's got like treads, like the grabby grabbers, the helmet, but like he's not right now on a construction site building things. He's like helping someone. But I guess we could have some robots also doing their jobs. Ooh, especially if we have like child robots. Is that creepy? That's probably a little creepy. Like the implication of like child robots. But we'll do it anyway. I also want to incorporate Cyber Elves. Don't let me forget that. Mega Man Zero was great, and Cyber Elves were such an underutilized concept. There, that's fun. This is kind of a weak transition. It's like, I want it to be like, we zoom in on a mall, and then the mall is like on fire, basically. There, okay, I like that. I think that's solid. They were instead gay. Catastrophe. I was about to say like catastrophe with a Y. I know that's wrong. I need to stop biting my nails. Can you believe cut? Oh, you guys can't see. Oops. Oh, and I can't scroll down. Oops. Hold on. There we go. That should be good. Maybe if I shrink it. Oh, but then you won't be able to read it. Okay, we're just gonna like pray to God that this works out in our favor. I still can't scroll. Ah! Here we go. Here we go. That should work for the future. For the future. Cleaned through. Clean. Begin to block off exits with every collapse. Thinking, should we cut to a newscast? No, we shouldn't cut at all. We'll like cut outside and be like, news vans are showing up. People are watching in awe and in horror. Scratch his chin, scratch his chin. I don't know what that sound was. I think it was my chair. Wiley had two commas, 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 two commas. I'm having too much fun. This is fun. I like this. How is that possible? Hold on. My stomach is so upset, and I don't know why. Also, if you're wondering why I had to go all the way over there to check my phone, it's because there's no, well, there is an outlet over here. That's how I'm talking to you. But, like, the power strip is full. So there's the outlet, and it has two plugs. But I'm presently only using one of the plugs because it's, when I do VR, I have to, like, move my hard drive over to the other side of my desk so I'm not just like, gah! You know? Yeah, exactly like that. And originally the computer was plugged into the wall because I was like, there's probably a more secure power source. I don't know why. I don't actually have any, like, sort of idea backing that up. But I was like, if I plug it into the wall, it'll probably be safer, which, you know, then why would a power strip have a surge protector? But I don't think the power strip has a surge protector anyway, so... who fucking knows at this point? But, however, the thing is, you know, I moved everything into the power strip because that's like an extra foot or two of cord. So that way, when I move everything over, like, you know, I can just, like, turn off my computer and move everything. I do still have to do, like, some wire juggling, mostly for my speakers than anything else. But the power cord on my computer is too short to go from the wall outlet, like, over to where it needs to be. But the problem is that means now there's no free outlet for me to plug my phone in, and I can't plug it into my computer, especially not right now because both of the USB ports on the front are currently occupied by my webcam and my mouse, actually. My mouse used to be plugged into the back, but that was too short, and so it kept getting stuck and caught on things. And so I plugged it into the front, and now it's like slightly better. I thought about switching to a Bluetooth mouse, but if there's one thing I've learned about Bluetooth and this computer in specific, it's like the delay is not terrible, but not great. Not terrible, but not great. Yeah, but there is a an outlet right by. Oh, I love tearing my headphones out. There is an outlet right behind me, over by my bookshelf, and like my charging cable can just barely reach the desk, but like then I'm like boxed in because it's like over on my right, and then over behind you guys is the wall, and then obviously my desk is in front of me. And then behind me, there's also a wall. So like that wire creates that like cut across. And in general, it's just a far enough gap that it's like pulled almost completely taut. And I don't know, I just don't want that because like if I turn around too fast, I'm just gonna send it flying. And I would like to not do that. That is not something that I want to do or have done. So yeah, I put my phone over there, and now I like have to get up and go over there. It's honestly kind of great because like once you forget about it, it charges really fast. And also that means like I'm not checking it every 40 seconds, which I know. Why would I need to check it every 40 seconds if I'm already on my computer? Good question. I couldn't explain that to you if I tried. Now question number 2 is why does my phone keep dying? Because I'm at home all day. There's billions of outlets around me, so many opportunities to charge my phone, and yet somehow it's never above 50%. Probably partially at this point it's due to the battery. I'm always like charging it to like 200%, and then I just let it die. It's a whole thing. It's an episode. I'm not great at taking care of technology, but in return, I use my technology. I'm not one of those bitches who like buys shoes and then they just crumble to dust because I don't wear them. I have a canker sore on the inside of my lip and it won't go away. It should probably start healing soon. Because I got it like, I want to say Sunday-ish. Definitely after Saturday. I've been putting Orajel on it, and that helps to like, keep the pain at bay for like a couple minutes. Funnily enough, it's mostly drinking that's the problem today. Usually when I'm like eating, it's not a huge issue. But whenever I'm drinking today, it's just like, do you want to feel pain? And I'm like, no. And then it feels not good. Alright, let's get back to writing. That mad Dr. Wily had struck again. Hello, Skid War. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, 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 welcome. Hello. How are you on this fine day? We are writing some Mega Man fan fiction. Do you sniff fingers? I sniff fingers sometimes. Usually my own. Ugh. Scratches eyelashes. Yeah, I am a male. Someone just commented, "You're a male." Yeah, newsflash, I am boy. I'm also an abomination. Ugh. This book sucks. I mean, it's not really a book. It's like an advanced fan fiction. Ah, where was that? Yes, One Dr. Light was. And then we introduced Mega Man. How do I want to do this? That's the question. Because we have some choices that we can be making right now. I just have to, like, think. I have to think thoughts. And, ooh, I love opening and closing the wisdom. Do I like Green Day? I've never listened to Green Day. If you asked me a song I knew, I couldn't tell you. I am thinking thoughts. How do I want to go about telling this story? I just noticed my chat box is slightly off center. Can I pull it up? Yes, I can. There we go. What music do I listen to? I like K-pop. And regular pop. I've kind of outgrown the musical elitism that I had when I was a teenager. Because I used to be very like, oh, I listen to anything except country. And, like, in a way, like, if I had to pick a music genre I didn't like, metal. But, I mean, country's, like, fine. I can enjoy country. I can enjoy most things, but I wouldn't say, like, country, like, I listen to everything. I'm really just, like, a big pop, especially hyper pop. I'm very hyper pop right now. I kind of know why. It was kind of funny, actually, because there was a, what was it? There was a TikTok, and it was literally like hyper pop songs you need to know about, and it was just a compilation of cartoon sound effects, and honestly, it was kind of great. Like, I don't know what was up with me, but I listened to it and I was like, fuck yeah. Does my dad know about this? Yeah, my dad knows about it. He was very supportive, ignoring the war crimes. I mean, like, you know, I'm number, as you can see by my lovely armband, I was number 900, and what number was I? I don't even remember. 910, right. I thought it was 910. What hyperpop does to someone. Fuck yeah! Be careful, you'll become a sexy cat boy. And then what? And then what will you do? You'll have sex! Penis! Hyperpop is digital castration. I agree. If you listen to hyperpop, you get no bitches. Absolutely zero play. I like it though. I don't know why. Something about it, I'm just like, fuck yeah. Although honestly, some people do be taking it too far. Like anytime music forgets that it has to have melody, I'm like, okay, it's not good. And I have friends who are like super into alternative music. Like, I don't get math rock people. Do you like incel core? Ugh. Well, it depends, cause like my musical guilty pleasure is nerdcore rap. I don't know why. I don't know what part of me is like, yes, hentai dude is making the best music right now, but I don't know if that's the same thing. I honestly probably. It depends. I would have to listen to an incel core song, but like I'm into most things that end in core. Like I like nightcore. Glitch core can be fine. I don't like weird core, but that's more of like an aesthetic. That's kind of interesting actually, how like things ending in core used to be like a music genre, and now it's like sort of an aesthetic term more than anything else. That is something interesting to consider. Because like, now you've got stuff like cottagecore running around, but you can't listen to like a cottagecore song unless you're specifically talking about like strawberry. I know the song isn't called Strawberry Cow, but I only know the Strawberry Cow version. Yeah, because it's Strawberry Blonde. I'm an incel. I noticed. It's Strawberry Blonde, right? I think it's by Mitski. I haven't listened to Mitski. I feel like, no, I've listened to like 30 seconds of Mitski. That song where she's like, nobody, 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 ooh, nobody, nobody, nobody. Can you play some music on stream? Can you play Liquid Richard? Probably not. I would like to not get banned, but like we can play some music. Hold on. What's something where I'm not gonna get copyright? Usually I play this. Ooh, that is loud. Hold on. Hold on. Streamlabs is lagging out. Streamlabs OBS, why are you seizing? Do you like Cameron Flodge? Probably not. I don't like anybody who has a PH in their name. It's not copyrighted? I don't trust that. Slobs is just entirely frozen. I love it when it does this too, because it's like the stream's still going. I know it's still functioning. It's just like freeze. Liquid Richard isn't copyrighted. Well, maybe we can listen to Liquid Richard next time. I'm not against it. I would just want to like vet the music beforehand. And this is a writing stream, not a... What's the word? I already forgot the word. Not a listening to music stream. Turn you down just a little bit. There we go. That's better. I was getting like assaulted in my ears. Okay, where were we? A flash of blue! Mega Man enters the scene! It's super cool! I kind of want him to have like a confrontation with the police people, but I also don't want like... I don't want to write that. That's pretty much it. Which, I guess it's my story. I get to write it however I want. So yeah, I guess we'll just do that. A flash of blue. Oop. Yeah, no, Slavs is still frozen. F. I'm just messing around. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Yeah, okay, I think we're good. I think we are L positive. Quick. There we go. Now I'm getting into my groove. Now I'm feeling it. I have to keep remembering to, like, scroll down for you guys. This way we don't have to write any other human characters. Oh, right. Oops. I need to... It's gonna take some getting used to. Okay, so that was 3 pages. You know what? That's not a bad start for like an hour. That wasn't even an hour because it took us like 30 minutes to get started, right? I don't know when we got started, but like that's not awful. That's like 10 minutes per page, especially since like, I'm streaming, so I have to keep up with you guys and everything. That was nice. I wasn't like a particularly huge fan of like our newest stream joiners, but you know what? They were surprisingly more for conversation than I fully expected, and I appreciate that. And besides that, we're making progress. I'm excited to work more on this with you guys and just work more on stuff with you in general. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next stream. Bye, Johnny.